teams to make a major leap next season. Now, I think we both kind of agree that the San Antonio Spurs, right, are in line to make a leap. They didn't get to play often with De'Aaron Fox and Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama only played, 46 games last year. They were, I think, 21 to 25 when he played. But we still look at them as a team. I think they won 34 games last year. Do we look at them as a team that's going to flip that? Are they going to be 48 and 34? Or is it going to be a 42-43 win team scraping that play-in discussion?
Yeah, I think that's the question I have is like, where's their standing going to be? Are they going to be bottom tier of this Western Conference, like playing conversation? Are they going to be firmly in it, like 6th seed? Right now, their win total is sitting at 43.5. So I feel like that, man, a healthy Wemby with this squad, everyone's hating on De'Aaron Fox for getting his paper. You get the second pick in the draft, you luck into that. I think this team's going to be better. 44 wins, that's a pretty big jump from 34 that they got last year. So I'm betting the over on it because I think this is the moment where we're going to see Wemby. Bruh, this man was chilling with monks, playing with Kevin Garnett. What more can he prove to you that he is a basketball junkie? And if that's the case, if he can stay healthy, man, this is a 47, 48 win team. So I think that they're going to probably take the biggest leap in terms of win margin from previous season.
Look, man, he was the golden child. I don't know if y'all actually seen that movie because it's one of those Eddie Murphy Lost Files movies.
It really is.
Where, you don't think about it too much because he's got so many. He went through his, Bachelor movies. He went to like the Shrek movies. Then he went to like I'm dressing up as a fat person era. Like all those different iterations of Eddie Murphy. But the movie The Golden Child, that's what reminded me of Victor Wembanyama. And then he's out there hanging with Mr. Mean, Kevin Garnett, like getting a little bit of that extra nasty to him. So, yeah, I'm with you. And I think people are looking at it. Oh, you got too many point guards. I don't think in today's game you can have too many people who can set up Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think, look, if you can have as many people that he can run pick and roll with, that he can feed off of without making the game hard for him, I think that is an excellent strategy. And you did not trade for De'Aaron Fox to not pay him. I understand that circumstances change.
Right.
And when you traded for him, you needed a point guard that you could build around for the future. And De'Aaron Fox came on the market. You got a relationship with Clutch. Boom, it happens. But you cannot abandon that. That would be bad business, for one. Let's be perfectly honest. That'd be really bad business just because you got a really high draft pick in Dylan Harper, who I think is going to be really good.
Yeah.
Right? He's got a pro body. He's quick. He gets to the bucket. I like that. You can never have too many of those people. I think before you could never have too many bigs. And then we went through a phase where you could never have too many wings, right?
Yeah.
Now I feel like we're getting to the point, or maybe we're at the point where you can never have too many people who can create their own shot and get their own shot and set up your generational franchise big man. So I'm not too down on the Spurs as a team building outfit. Plus, add to the fact their team trajectory is not to have to win a championship this year. You can figure it out in training camp and figure it out on the floor and figure it out in real time and not worry about a log jam in August. I ain't worried about a damn log jam in August.
No, they'll figure it out. And
yeah,
it's not like De'Aaron Fox isn't, a pro here. I mean, like, as much as they're invested in him now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, he'll have the player option. Like, they can move on, and Dylan Harper will still be coming in, become eligible for his rookie extension. So, like, to me, it just seems like they're building a pipeline for Dylan Harper eventually to be the guy. And if it works out with De'Aaron Fox in the meantime, maximize Wemby, let's get it. So, yeah, I have no issue with them paying him. And the moves that quiet moves that they may get in Luke Cornett, get somebody else to fortify that front court with them. They're going to be better.
In the Eastern Conference, Orlando looks to be the most obvious team when you look at some of the youth that they have, when you look at Paolo Banchero and Wagner, and the fact that they didn't play together hardly at all last year. They were 41-41. I love Jamal Mosley as a head coach and as a leader in figuring it out and growing with that team as they grow. The question is too much positional and space on the floor duplication with Wagner and with Paolo Banchero. Do you see it that way, or do you see them being able to grow together and being able to alleviate pressures off of each other in an Eastern Conference where everybody's going to be looking at them as one of the teams that we expect to make a leap. That's why we're talking about them right now.
Yeah, I think that they're going to figure this out, and I think it helps that they got a floor spacer in Desmond Bane in this offseason. Acquiring him, I think, was like the game changer. But then also, a lot of their season last year, their success hinged on Jalen Suggs' health. And I think if he can stay healthy, and then you add in Desmond Bane, this is a 50-plus win team. Right now, the market has them at 51.5, right beneath the New York Knicks at 52.5. I'd be pretty bullish on the Orlando Magic because Paolo Banchero is that guy, like similar to Ant, where it's like kind of like the NBA is just looking for that face. This guy has the numbers. He's kind of like, to me, he kind of plays like a LeBron, but like not like he's not as athletic, obviously, but back to the basket, he can do the Carmelo things. He's just waiting to be marketed better. And I think that this is the time where you'll see Orlando Magic get more time on screen on ESPN, on NBC, on Amazon in the future. This is going to be a big opportunity for the Orlando Magic to kind of stake their claim in the Eastern Conference, and they should finish within the top 3 seeds. It will be close with them, Cleveland, New York, and probably the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, it's the Eastern Conference will be a lot more intriguing this year. Maybe not good. I think intriguing is the word. Interesting is the word when you have Atlanta, who I think is going to make a really big jump with some of the personnel moves that they've made. Yeah. Detroit could wind up, that Beasley thing hurts, but so much internal growth, so much continuity there. Like I know people saying, Vinny, you're in Detroit. Yes, of course I am. Yeah, all right, whatever, right? That's not that. This ain't the bad boys, y'all.
Yeah, you can still talk objectively about them. Like,
yeah, this, like y'all, come on now. Let's be serious. Like they have bona fides there. Like Asar Thompson is going to improve. Ron Holland is going to improve. Kay Cunningham, like all their young guys, even if they don't improve at exactly the same trajectory, they're going to have incremental growth. Let alone whatever Jaden Ivey returns to form. He has not played basketball. Since January 1st, when Cole Anthony decided to use his leg, as a projectile. Like who the hell knows, right? But I do think that is the team, even if they don't win the same amount of games, they'll be better this season. But I think Orlando, from the standpoint of winning games, they could wind up being better.